folding snacks.
What's going on, everybody? The team is here for another episode of Spoiler Boys. Spoiler Boys! Yes, everybody. We are back for Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1. It's been a while. I know we're all glad it's here, and we're ready to dive into it and talk about this first episode. It was a short episode, only 35 minutes. Wasn't too long, kind of in and out with this one. But right now, where are we standing with the episode before we get into it and talk about it? Joe, start with you.
Not bad. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good reintroduction to our main characters. We kind of saw some old faces, and we kind of start setting up our next quest, I guess we would say. But I was okay with this episode.
Okay, what about you, Gage?
It was 8.
Okay, I'm around the same between you, about a 7 or 8, somewhere around there. I feel the same way. So let's get into it. We open this episode up with the leader of the Mandalorians working in her shop, putting something together. You see that it's a helmet. She's painting it. They got the dramatic music. She takes it outside, and they are having a ritual with a young man who's getting ready to become a Mandalorian. So he's standing in the water, all the Mandalorians around, they're saying their mantras. How do you feel about this opening so far, Gage? Uh-oh.
I mean, all that's cool. The issue with it, I think that I had initially is that you have no idea like what time period this is in. And so when all that's kind of happening, it's my initial thought was that this was something old. You know what I mean? That they were like, you see the little boy or whatever, and they getting ready to make this little boy the Mandalorian. I'm like, where did they get children from? I don't but that scene, I guess, really is meant to just kind of reinstate how important it is for the audience, how big of a deal that promise, that vow that you make as a Mandalorian to never remove your helmet, and the fact that he did, Din Djarin did remove his helmet, and so he's not considered, it's something that's done with a lot of pomp and circumstance. It's on ceremony, and you do it from the time you're a child, and you're not ever to take it off. Now, I don't know how that works, because I assume that child is going to grow. Slim's head is going to get bigger than that.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's Star Wars, especially this release. Do I have issues with the scene? Not before the giant alligator thing shows up.
The gator turtle?
Like Jurassic Park? Yeah, whatever it was.
But once once the alligator shows up, I don't understand what's going on anymore. I don't understand why they're fighting this joint. Why didn't everybody just go back in the cave?
Back inside.
Get the children out of here. I don't understand. This joint is slow, and sure, it's tough. I'm thinking to myself, oh, they must need to eat. You know what I mean? Like, they must.
Okay.
They must need the food, because outside of that joint just being a setup for Mando to show up,
and like you said, reiterate the promise of being a Mandalorian, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, him showing up again in his ship. That's just that reminder. I'm in the new ship now. My joint fast. My joint powerful. I can come in and I can save the day, which is the first time you technically know that you're actually watching something that's current.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is when him and Grogu show up. So, I get it, but it's kind of corny. I think that's probably my biggest issue with this entire episode is that opening. It just felt like very paint by numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's still cool though.
Especially see all the different Mandalorians and their different setups and all that.
I mean, dog, but why are you flying around and landing on this joint and wasting Go in the house, bro. don't understand. Like, that's so dumb to me. It's really dumb.
Like, the house is literally right there. He can't get in.
Like, save the children. Children run inside. They not even running inside. I don't know what's going on. They seem, for as tactical as Mandalorians are supposed to be, that joint sounds, it's pretty dumb, bro. It's dumb. Like, they are the least ready, least put together, least tactical group of specialized bounty hunter soldiers I think I have almost ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic for them to be who they are. Yeah.
I feel like Mando could whoop all of them.
Facts.
I'm not arguing that one. I'm with you.
Just on tactic.
When Gator Turtle showed up, I honestly thought they were just about to body Turtle. Like, I was like, as soon as he showed up, and things started to wreck. I was like, oh, Gator steaks for dinner or whatever. I thought they were just gonna wreck. But then when they started shooting blasters and like it wasn't doing anything, I'm like
y'all realize this ain't hurting cuz, right?
Like, I was like, oh,
do you see the size of this joint? Are y'all really shooting y'all grappling hooks into this joint?
And y'all think y'all gonna hold him down? Like, what?
That joint went into a classic crocodile alligator roll. I was like, hey, Slim, what are y'all doing? Go in the house. Why are y'all doing this? And I don't. Yeah, that's dumb. This is dumb.
Yeah, I could agree with all that. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little interesting to watch. But after it all calms down, Mando swoops in to save the day with Grogu. They go inside. She's not too happy to see him because you're not a Mandalorian anymore. But he begins to ask her if he can be reinstated, if he can bathe and drink the waters from the mines on the Mandalore.
Not drink the joint.
and somehow bring back proof that he did that. Could he be reinstated? And it seems like it took her long to answer him, but like, according to the creed, yes. Like, yes, you can, or whatever. Okay, then he leaves us off the races. What do you think about that part, Jokes?
I thought that was the whole redemption thing. Like, I'm still doing the Mando thing. Like, yeah, I took my helmet off, but I put it back on. Like, I still do the thing. But I think to see his redemption, to kind of work its way, I think it was pretty cool to see him how he started to set things up for it. So he wants to still live in the credo, whatever you want to call it. He still is living by what it was that he was taught, because that's just, I think, for us, it's kind of all that he really truly knows. Up until the point where he met Grogu, obviously, which kind of changed the direction of where his life was going to. But I thought that was okay.
Okay, cool. I can agree. Like I said, just reiterating he's trying to get back into the Mandalorians and get back into good graces and all that kind of stuff, just to remind the viewers that this is where we're at in the story right now. So I was cool with that. So then,
with a recap, like they kind of did that with a recap. If you watch the recap in the beginning, like I just don't. Here's the thing. I can understand him going there to find her, to show her the Mandalorian like artifact that he found, right? That like clearly something is going on. Like somebody survived on man. Like I get that part, but like him, like they had already had that discussion. He asked, when she asked him before, like, have you ever removed your helmet? And he said, yeah. She was like, you're not a Mandalorian anymore, right? And then he was like, how do I redeem myself? And she told him, you got to go bathe in the, under Mandalore or whatever. She already knew that. So for me, I don't know, dog. Like when the last season ended, I just thought that's where he was going. I thought my man was going to Mandalore.
Yeah, it's not like that's where he was.
So like all of this that's happening in this opening sequence, again, it just feels like fodder. Like it's just, we need to remind you, kind of what this is about and what it's for. And it feels to me like they had a plot device, which was him having this shard, right, that had the information in it, but for some reason them needing that to be a thing, and maybe that is going to be important further down the road, but I also am
Mhm.
not positive. I feel like, if I remember, I think he left it there. I don't know if he has it with him.
I can't remember either.
But it again, all of that is stuff we already know.
Mhm.
So again, unless you're coming into season 3 and you just didn't watch season 1 and 2, you have no idea what's going on. But again,
don't do that.
they did a recap in the beginning of the episode, and so it just, all of that honestly feels like a waste to me. All of it feels like a waste to me. I like her. I enjoy seeing her for some reason. I just think she got the dopest armor and helmet. She the cleanest one. Other than maybe helping us to see that there are still other Mandalorians out there, you know what I mean, in some manner. I just feel like a lot of that was a waste. That's how I feel. That's most of what I think brought the show down to an 8 for me. Like, I'm deducting points. I'm starting you at 10. You know what I mean? That's just kind of where I'm at. Starting you at 10, and then I'm deducting points. And we done kind of lost 2 points already because I don't know what we're doing right now.
Got you.
Right.
Got you. But he leaves from there and heads back to Navarro because he's looking for something there specifically. And is it me or Navarro looking really good nowadays?
Oh no,
like they have cleaned up
facelift
immensely since the beginning. It looks good out there. Yeah, I get some real estate out there, But he pulls up. He's checking everything out. We see the robot. They have a statue of IG. Yeah, IG from when he saved them all and took care of Grogu back in season 1. That was pretty cool. He meets up with Grief, right? That's his name. Grief. Yes, Carl Weathers' character. Of course, he's happy to see Mando. He's excited. He's just rolling out everything for him. Hey, I got this. I got that. We can set you up with here, whatever. Like, look,
get you that piece of land right down over there, overlooking.
Like, look,
he was selling it.
He was. He was. He was. Come on inside. Let's talk. He's so happy that he's here because he's looking to hire him as a marshal, and just so happens he shows up. But during this conversation, he gets interrupted by his assistant, saying there's somebody here to see him. He tried to shoot him off, but he lets him know, no, it's pirates. First thing pops in my head is y'all picked the wrong day to show up. Y'all picked Mando. Mando's here, and now y'all want to start something. Okay, I already know how this scene's gonna end. What did y'all think about all this? How Navarro looked, seeing Grief with the what's he calling himself, the Prime Chancellor now, so he can't keep
the High Magistrate.
Yes, the High Magistrate. Yes, but like, what do y'all think about what's going on up to this point with Pirates show up?
Cool reunion between the two of them. I thought that was cool to see, and then getting to see that they created the statue / actual body parts to kind of honor the memory of our fallen droid friend. I thought that was really cool. It's funny. At first I didn't think that was actually him, the part of him. I thought it was just a complete like statue built up for it. But we'll get into that in a few bits. But the whole setup where the pirates came, what used to be a bar is now a school. So you've kind of seen where they've changed up certain things within the city, I guess for the better would be the way to say it. And they were like, nah, when they finally met up and was like, let's go have Grief was like, let's go have a drink in my office versus here at the school. Yeah. And they're trying to, like, nah, you bring that drink, we're gonna have it at the school. And I was like, all right, here's where you didn't messed up. And Mando is just chilling, like arms crossed, leaning on the tree, like he just waiting for it to pop off. He just chilling.
I'm like, y'all don't see that Mandalorian standing right there behind him,
waiting for it to pop off. So I thought that was probably one of the better scenes. There was a couple of decent things that occurred during the episode for it, but they regretted it in the end of it.
Most of them did, I would say, because they jumped out there and Grief set them straight. Then the rest of them wanted to feel froggy. Mando put them all down. It's good at them. Pirates are no longer welcome here. You tell that to your boy, tell that to your boss, and it is what it is. Don't you come back. But after this, Mando begins to tell him what he needs, why he's there. He's there to get IG. He wants to see if he can get him repaired because he trusts him enough to bring him to Mandalore to help look after the kid as he goes and tries to redeem himself. Gage, did you see this coming? Him trying to even a thought in your head of going to get IG of all people we've been introduced to?
No, because again, at the end of the season, I thought my man was on his way to Mandalore. We making pit stops everywhere, dog. Like,
when we're on that trip, my man was like, "Oh, pump the brakes. I gotta go this way."
I try to give like a little bit of leeway. Like maybe he just is like, let me just make sure I teach Grogu all the way. Like, because he has moments like that within the show where he's like, you know, you have to know how to do this and do that. You never know where you're gonna go next and stuff like that. You know, and again, I don't think they did a great job of kind of setting things up, right? So when he shows her the shard or whatever, and she's like, all this really does is prove that everything on the surface of Mandalore is crystallized, right? And you know, supposedly the planet is poisoned, you can't go back there, you know, whatever. And he's like, well, the fact that they have this means that somebody went there and survived it. So looks to me like you know, you can go to Mandalore and survive. But they never really, I don't think they do a good job of showing the connection of him being like, he needs to take this droid with him because he needs something that can survive, that doesn't need to breathe or doesn't, you know what I mean? I don't think they do a good job of selling that, but that's the only reason why I can, like, it doesn't seem like there's not supposed to be anything on the planet. Like, everything's supposed to be dead. So it's not like you need somebody there to help protect you or to watch your back or to, you know, maybe he wants something that can help keep an eye on Grogu while he goes to bathe, you know, or something like that. But again, they haven't really sold that out. And so right now, like, it's cool that he's there doing it. You know, I think it would be cool to see IG kind of come back and then work together, but him trying to jumpstart that thing didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to.
Oh no. That protocol, that kill protocol kicked in, and it was like
default setting. He got up and tried to kill everybody.
Hey, Mando said it himself, like initially, like, hey, listen, if this doesn't go right, I don't know if I can take IG down. Like, he straight said that.
He kept it real.
But he still went ahead and tried it anyway.
You know, that joint was kind of scary.
That was mad.
Around.
Mando was shooting, and he was missing a good amount.
I don't feel like he was missing, dog. I feel like he was hitting that joint, and it just. Remember that joint? It was like super tough.
And plus, he was startled. Like, he just literally like jumped up on the table and started trying to attack Grogu in them. So I can get if he missed a couple shots. Like, you didn't think that was going to happen. Last time you saw him, he was on your side. So, you know, I can see you being thrown off by that.
My man Chuck Grogu to Apollo Creed, bro. My man was like, Mando, get him. Nah, bro, leave the room. Leave the room. I don't understand. You got the baby. Leave the room.
Right. You got the child. Get him out the room. Come on now. I would say it's fun watching Grogu have fun with his powers. Like when they were sitting there talking, he just grabbing little jelly beans or whatever that was, spinning the chair around. I'm like, Grogu, just relax.
Yeah, him spinning around in the chair, I thought was incredible because I'm like, hey, Slim feet can't touch the floor, so he's still using the force. He's having a merry-go-round right now. Like I'm yeah.
I love.
I do want to run it back for a second. I do want to run it back for a second. They dropped some information about what happened to Cara Dune and Moff Gideon. The fact that Cara Dune got recruited after bringing him in. She got recruited to Special Forces, and Moff Gideon was sent to a New Republic War Tribunal thing. So they gave it at least an excuse and a reason why they are not present in the show. So I appreciated that. Like, okay.
I mean, Moff Gideon is supposed to still be a threat, I think, down the line. Cara Dune, well, her her actress got fired / removed her mouth. So,
and what better way to have her get sent off to the show that we were supposed to get that got canceled? So it's like you're just in that limbo.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so after IG wakes up and they shut him back down, they take him. I can't remember what the name of these little tiny alien creatures are, but they take him to those guys in this little small doorway and get. I don't know how Mando got in there.
Yeah, clearly there was a side door somewhere.
Apparently, because that's about to say, I don't know how Mando got in there.
Or Mando made a doorway.
But he's in there. They're working on him and Grogu are in there with him, and the little guys are working on IG, trying to get him. They're like, "Hey, bro, nah, this ain't gonna work. this is not gonna work." I thought that scene was pretty hilarious. With Grief keep trying to translate what they're saying, and even without seeing Mando's face, you can tell he's getting frustrated with him. Like, dude, I can clearly understand what they're saying. Like, quit ducking down and put your head in the door.
They can't fix him.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, and Grogu just attacking one and trying to hug him to death was hilarious. And even when he lunged at him again, I thought that was pretty funny.
That hug, I don't know. Knowing the way Grogu is, he may have been trying to eat little dude.
You think so?
Mando, nah, because if he was trying to eat Slim, he would have ate him.
Put him in his mouth.
He would have ate him. That's just, I think, because, Mando told him, like, yo, bro, that's not a pet. He's not a pet. You can't have him. Nah, but I want Slim. So
let me go for it again.
Yeah, he's like, him. Nah, like, I'm sorry, he's young. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like them dudes, man, because they like little old, like old man New York, like junkyard men. You know what I mean? It's just like, nah, it ain't gonna work. Like, they talk like old New York, broken English New York accent.
Yeah.
Junkyard dog man, like just they're
I like them.
Ain't gonna work. I like them.
If I get another memory card, will it work? Oh yeah, they would be back together, but
you did that. Oh yeah, we got you. Like,
I was like, that is just a memory card.
Hey, memory cards are
like,
out.
they put in a new one. He was like, this joint. Oh, they don't make new ones. They hard to find, If I find one, keep it. Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, we got
you. A new joint. But again, issues. He didn't go to try to find one.
No, I still think he is, but
how? He went.
I know.
No, it's like,
I feel like the score is coming down.
This is part of the reason why I'm at a 7. Like with all these, I'm expecting. Okay, we're off to this place to find the. I'm thinking he's gonna get it easy. I'm just thinking he's gonna walk in whatever.
I didn't think he was gonna get it easy,
but no,
why would that happen? Yeah, why would it be easy if they all just told him it's hard to find and the joint's old?
Just the way that this is, like, the episode has been going, it's like okay, he's just gonna walk in the shop. He's gonna know somebody, and it's just like listen, I need this memory card. My man's like, I need a PS1 memory card, so I can pop in, say, dude, get him restored back.
Right. Yeah, dog. He goes to the Mandalorian castle. He goes to find Princess Peach. He ain't looking for no memory card.
Yeah.
He shows up and is like, I came to join you.
He was looking for backup.
Join what?
You know what? It's more like, since he couldn't get IG, like, well, let me go over here to and see if I can get her to.
She got a little army. She got a little army over here.
What happened to the... Listen, I'm going to tell you exactly what I thought was going to happen. Not as soon as he said that, but when he left and the pirates attacked him. And then I saw the main pirate ship. I'm like, well, they pirates. Maybe he's going to try to do a trade or something like that. Maybe they have a memory card or something like that, and that's where we're going to get this. But nah, he just let Captain Swamp Thing.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, oh, Swamp Thing. Okay.
Got a new job.
He just dead it on Captain. I thought that's where we was going. You know what I mean? Like, and it just cutting room floor, maybe something. This episode is really short compared to what the episodes normally are.
I wish I thought the space battle was cool.
I did too.
Oh no, that was fine. That was perfectly fine.
He was dog.
I was amped with that. He was.
Yeah.
However, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of defenses Navarro has. But the pirate captain got a big old ship.
Oh yeah, it's a pirate ship.
He got to come see me ship. Let me just make sure.
With some big cannons on it too.
I just want to make sure I understand this. The person who's in charge of the town that you and your pirates are mad at because you changed the bar into a school, he shot your men. You gonna take your big ship and your 5 extra ships. You gonna chase the Mandalorian. You're not gonna fly your ship down and start shooting the town. What's up? This is my town now. We gonna have whatever. No. You're gonna chase the Mandalorian? Why? Why are you after him? Is it because you want his ship? My man said, give up your ship. I'll let you go.
Let you live.
If I give up my ship, what, I'm a float in space? How am I do that? This joint gets dumber. If you got all that ship and you have all those ships with you, you like, oh, that's crazy talk coming from the man who just shot. I got no beef with you, Captain. That's crazy talk coming from the man who just shot down 5 of my fighters. Correct. I dogged your dogs.
And I shot 5 of your men down on the planet.
Right. I done bust like 10 of your people.
Nice even number.
In the span of 30 minutes.
You know what I mean? Less than that. But what about that? Like real time, 30 minutes, right?
Right.
Why, when you went back to the captain, didn't you say, hey, my man Grief ain't trying to play a game. He wouldn't let us have no drinks at the school. Okay, let's go get him. Why wouldn't you show up at the town? Why are you chasing the Mandalorian? You don't need his ship. You got ships.
You got enough ships. You want
we got a little fleet.
So here's the thing. It's cool, but it's dumb. Why are we doing this? Why is he attacking Mando? Why are we out here? I don't, and then when that's, again, so like when that happened, I'm looking for that. All right, give me some story, some plot reasoning, why it is that now the pirate is chasing Mando.
Right.
They don't seem to have no history. They don't have a whatever. He clearly can't be blaming Mando for the fact that all his men got shot, because Grief was shooting his men too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they let Slim go. And he asked him, you sure you want to let Slim go? He ain't nothing. I don't know, Grief.
I don't know, man.
Pirate man ship? I don't know. And you need like, you clearly don't have defenses, because you're asking Mando to come be your sheriff.
You're begging Mando, not asking. You're begging.
Listen, I'm going to give you the biggest house on the water with the best view. You could take the kid and y'all could just have a life.
I will put him in private school, get him the best teachers, whatever you need.
We'll build a Jedi Academy right here.
I'll get you a new Luke Skywalker. I'll do something.
Giving him all the business. Nah, I'm good.
Ahsoka's number? I got it. I text it to you right now.
When Mando leaves, he leaves to go find the chip.
Yep. At least that's what we're thinking.
So when the pirates show up, I'm like, he's going to use this. The pirates might have the chip, and he's going to try to bargain or something like, hey, here's what I got. I have this Mandalorian crystal thing that came from so-and-so that's worth blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for a chip. I'll trade you.
Or it could be like, nah, you could go do a job for us, and I'll give you the thing that's really right. Something like that. Barter and trades, yeah.
Nah, we just about to dip out on Swamp Thing. Okay. So when we dip out, my expectation is, okay, cool. He shows up on the planet. Mm-hmm. He knows somebody that might know somebody that got this chip. Now, dog, I came to join your little band of Mandalorians. Where's everybody at, dog?
Man, what's going on, girl? How you been?
It's Din Djarin. What up?
How long has it been
since
we see each other? Oh yeah, she was not having it.
She's like, hey, dog, get out. I don't understand. Could he take a chip out of the droid that was there when he landed his ship on that joint? Because maybe, you know what I'm saying? That would have worked. I don't understand. So I enjoyed this episode, but it's dumb.
Same here. Yeah.
Do the pirates make a return at some point in the series?
Oh, definitely. They're definitely going to show. I think they will.
Okay, we got a yes and a no.
Yeah, I think they will.
Here's the thing. They should. But the fact that they're so dumb, probably not. Yeah, I mean, like they seem so throwaway that like I feel it's almost like they just used them for the space battle and
that was it.
that. You know what I mean? Like, I look at some point. There's a part of me that feels like by the man, he has to go find the chip,
Right.
and he has to go back to Navarro.
Yep.
And when he does that, Navarro's gonna be under attack, and he's gonna have to save the city, right? And it's gonna be the pirates or something like that, I guess, right? Because he got to go get IG. And my prediction is they under attack. He goes, they put the chip in, and IG shows up and busts all the pirates. They pinned down. They about to lose. They got the big ship. Here come IG to save the day again.
IG gonna bust. Hey, still had no
IG
legs.
And IG gonna end up being the sheriff of the town.
Okay, I was definitely with you with going to get it, coming back, having to deal with the pirates, and getting IG back. But him becoming the new sheriff, I kind of like that angle.
Because
Yeah,
Mando's not gonna settle down.
No,
not
at all.
So who else is it gonna be?
The person that they built this shrine to in the middle of the city.
The person who already saved the city.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Jokes like, I didn't think of that.
I didn't.
Didn't think of that. Yeah,
I just laugh at the fact that now
he's not gonna end up going with Mando first to go there, but I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
I think somehow he gets Bo-Katan and they end up going together or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But I think IG ends up being the town's
marshal
sheriff.
going forward.
Yeah,
I actually really like that idea, and I actually do see. I agree with. I think that's the way that it's. That seems the logical way that it should go.
This is the way.
Right.
This is the way.
You said it, Jokes. Yeah, this is the way. And like we were talking a quick second ago, when he does go see her, she's pissed because she didn't get the Darksaber, and everybody left.
Yeah, you still got the Darksaber.
Said, we'll go
like
lead him
that?
yourself.
Go
Right.
wave that thing around and they'll follow you. Ooh, you hate me. Ooh, you hate
Oh, she was stealing. Do y'all think she was in that castle alone? Like, there's no one there but her and that droid?
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
she's
sits
there.
there. She sits on the throne, but she has
Nothing.
no loyal
Nobody
supporters.
Well, she said that everybody else went and joined something else, and they were going to do
Some are
something. So
mercenaries.
go find them and meet them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they show up at some point, and I feel like she definitely shows up at some point.
She did at least point him in a direction of where the mines were on a planet called Sundari in the Mandalore system or whatever. So she did say he was under the Civic Center.
That's the city that
But she said under the Civic Center in that city, Sundari. So,
right on Mandalore though. Yeah.
Yes. So now he has a place to go. He knows where to go now.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. That's the word. He has a destination now. So, but I agree with y'all. I think he's going to go try to find that chip first before he goes there. Even though, like we've been talking about this episode, when you think about it, the way kind of things were handled in this episode as far as direction.
It was crunch. It was that 30 some odd minutes was just way too short.
Let's recap. Let's throw some curtains in and let's have a gunfight. Let's have a space battle and real quick get out this one and start.
Let us remind you what the Mandalorian is.
That's it. Let us remind you he put his helmet all of them. Remind you he got to go to Mandalore. Let us remind you what happened with Moff Gideon. Let us remind you he still has the Darksaber, even though he only used it. All of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Remind you that he can shoot, he can fly, just all that type of stuff. Remind you that Grogu is cute and funny. So yeah.
Power.
Yes, he has his powers now, and he likes to use them just willy nilly.
Oh yeah, you can use them now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I did like seeing them showing them how to do stuff in the cockpit though, like teaching them like little stuff, and even when he came down when it was in like hyperspeed, and he came down from my little bubble, just like kind of crawling between his arms. I thought that was kind of cute. Like, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
My question is, what are the whales that were flying in hyperspace?
I don't know.
So I'm pretty sure in Rebels, we actually seen them actually in Rebels, and I think there was like a brief mention of it. I remember seeing it once before, but didn't really realize, like, I just knew that when you're in hyperspace, if you're looking out at certain points, you can actually see them moving along, and they were kind of the inspiration for how hyper speed was created. I vaguely remember that conversation.
I think you're right. It's something like that. Yeah.
But I thought that was just another cool nod to bring in a little bit more of the rebels and acknowledging that even though like we have Bo-Katan right now, but like these connections to the show. So I just thought that was another little cool tidbit to throw in there. I think it's still going to
grab one of them Jones and bring it into the
Listen, if Grogu would have tried to grab one of them out of hyperspace,
he'd have been doing too much.
That's just what I thought, bro. You didn't see, it didn't feel like, you know what I mean? Like the way he just be like, I kind of want that. You know what I mean? Just like,
you can see his gears start turning up there.
He'd have pulled them into their little slipstream. That thing would have hit the ship and put them on some other random course.
Oh, they'd have been lost all over the galaxy.
Grogu is basically his droid, just in the back cockpit.
It's like I gotta give you a little container though, so you can actually breathe. You can't be on the outside.
Yeah. But like we stated, this was a short episode. So, is there anything else we didn't touch on that either one of you would like to touch on that we did not already mention?
I'm just gonna say, it's something about the music in this show, bro.
Music,
yeah.
It's like I honestly think that like with all the issues I have about the episode, the music sells it. Like I just be feeling good. Like when he shows up and the music starts or whatever, I just be like, yeah, it's about to go down.
That Western gumshoe kind of music starts kicking in.
And theme kicks in.
Yep.
Good, bro. And I'm just like, all right, okay.
No, the score for the show is great.
Giant alligator joint. My man shows up in the ship and the music kicks in. I'm just like,
Make my entrance.
It's just that, like, it's just something else about the way that it's put together and the music and just how good it is. That like it hits. It just does. And I like somehow that joint takes all the points that you would take away from the joint and just puts points back in. For some reason.
Shows like with strong scores and soundtracks like that when the music come on and get you out your seat, it always, no matter what's happened before, when you hear that music, like okay, you start to get hyped when you sit up.
It sets that tone for you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's subtle, like they out there and they like, you know, they talking a little trash between the pirate and Greek or whatever. My man just kind of leans on the tree. You just hear that like little like,
yeah.
You're like, hey, somebody about to get smoked, bro. I don't even care what they talking about. Somebody about to get smoked.
I watch it get off the tree, take a step back, turn to the side, say,
that lean,
about to get shot.
Hey, the lean in itself, when he was that just the lean, it was like, oh yeah, he ready to bust right now. He ready.
And wasn't saying nothing.
Listen, and
he eventually did. It's like, is it a problem? Is there a problem? It was like
a problem.
Like,
hey, and for real,
we've had it. Oh, he did.
Oh, he was like, you sure you want that? And my man was like, are you sure you want that?
I was like, let's go.
Hey, don't confuse me now. I'm still that singer. Hey, speaking of grief, by the way,
I'm still here.
Hey, listen, I didn't notice this at first, but the fact that he had his jacket on and he had the two little droids that was carrying the tail of it.
I was like, oh, my man, clean. I like it. Let's go.
That was the first thing I noticed. I said, oh, my man got little droidlets, little Fraggle Rocks carrying his stuff around. Yeah, that joint, there's something that is like so good about the music, the tension that the show creates, the quick moments of we're doing this and now this is happening. You know what I mean? And there is something really well done about the way they transition those things. And even when this stuff kind of don't make sense, like why did he go here? Why are they doing this? Why is whatever? Those transgressions are overshadowed by the transitions they make from how a scene develops and music, like playing in the background. It just makes you feel like dog, this dude is the guy. Like I thought about it and I'm like, when he shows up and Greek comes out and he's just like, Mando, right? And I'm like, hey, but my man has a name. And he's not the only Mandalorian. I know the show is called The Mandalorian. But they exist. You know what I mean? And it's like when the show started, it's like he was the last man. It's almost, you get that feeling like he's the last Mandalorian. There's nobody left. So nobody can shoot like him. Nobody moves like him. Nobody understands their ways like him. Nobody, you know, and he is kind of, for them, like that kind of lone drifter. But I'm like, even when he told Grief Grogu's name, he was like, Grogu. What? His name is Grogu. Yeah, I mean, all right, whatever, dog. Like, okay. And don't you dare disrespect my man like that.
Disrespect my son.
From a distance. Do you understand what just happened here? Like,
you know what he could do to you?
It was real disrespectful. He just didn't care. He was like, yeah, man, okay, you got the kid. The kid's okay, cool. You got the kid. But come be our sheriff, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? All right, whatever, dog. Yeah,
look at this house I got for you.
Yeah.
All that land. All that land.
Yeah. And still, as always, the show looks beautiful. Still looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, Mando armor, is it extra shiny this season, his armor?
He probably polishing it a little bit more than what.
Like some of the scenes, it was a little shinier than usual.
He been actually
season 3 money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This Pedro Pascal money. Pedro Pascal got the 2 best shows on TV right now. Better get it right.
And on at the same time. So, hey, get that money, Pedro.
Yeah.
Get that money. No, so, all right. So, where are we at with our ratings at the end of this as opposed to the start?
No change for me. I'm at my 7.
Okay.
Just a reintroduction, and you know what? I'm good with it. I'm sure things will get better, but I'm still at a 7.
I was at, like I said, a 7 or 8. I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 after talking about it. We'll see what happens next week as always. We all have an idea where we think this is going. What about you, Gage?
I mean, it pains me, bro. My job might really be like a 6.
Okay.
It might really be like a 6. It's just a lot of stuff happening that just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But it feels, in actuality, it's probably 6. I think I'm staying with an 8 though, because even with all of that, like, I still really enjoyed it. Like, I just like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of times when stuff like that happens, it ruins it for me. And now it's like, I can't deal with anything that's happening. I'm so ready for the next episode that, like, there's something, whether it's the music or whatever, there's just still something they did that was so right. That, like, whether it's just because I can't put my finger on it specifically or whatever, like, even with all that stuff, I feel like I enjoyed it way better than a 6. And I think better than a 7. So I'm like, I'm at an 8. Because I feel like if somebody was like, oh, did you watch a new episode yet? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. Oh, should I watch it? I'd be like, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there would be no, like, hesitation of, like, I mean, that's cool. You'd be all right if you don't see it. No, watch it. Because I also feel like most people won't have any of the issues I have. They're not gonna think about it. They're not gonna make it a thing. Like, unless they watch this first, or watch it and then watch this second. Like, I've probably ruined it for a lot of people. But I feel like a lot of people, when they watch it, none of that stuff's gonna mean anything to them, and they're just gonna be like,
"Yeah,
this joint's good." So I think I'm still sitting at an 8.
All right, everybody. So that's 2 7s and an 8 for episode 1, season 3 of Mandalorian. Y'all know to be back here with us next week, same time when we do episode 2. We're all looking forward to it. So until then, everybody, we will catch you next time. Right here.
Loading snacks.